We all love the sound of money, and a $1,500 sign-on bonus sounds even better. That's right, Bellisio Foods of Jackson is offering a $1,500 sign-on bonus to new employees. Receive an extra $100 your first 6 weeks, then $400 after day 90, and $500 after day 180. Don't wait. Apply online at BellisioFoods.com/careers today. That's BellisioFoods.com/careers. Come work for a company who truly values their employees. Come work for Bellisio Foods.
Well, happy Friday, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the morning show right here on Main Street TV. And of course, Jennifer here to start off your Friday.
How about that, TGIF?
We made it, Pete, and a little cooler today. Not like a lot cooler, but a little cooler. And then tomorrow's going to be fantastic.
Okay. Whoever thought we'd be welcoming the high 80s?
Right? I know, right? Thank God it's only 88 today. Woohoo! But no, and I'm not even going to tell you about next week's forecast. We'll just save that for next week because it's worse than this week.
Okay, well you're a glass half full girl, aren't you?
Yeah, that's why we're going to save it for next week.
We'll talk about Saturday and Sunday.
Yes, Saturday, Sunday for your Father's Day weekend. Absolutely gorgeous, and it's going to be in the 75, 76-ish range.
That's what they say.
So they say.
All right. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to take up a lot of time because I know we have some special guests.
We
do want to let our listening audience and viewing audience know that the electric service outages, which have affected so many people this week in our local area and here in Jackson and Benton counties close to home, that it is almost over for all those folks who have had to wait for power. And there's been so many. Remember, now, think of this impact. We're talking about a total of 5,000 households without power in Jackson County and Benton County. So we're not talking about 5,000 people. We're talking about households, customers.
Right.
So, 33,000 people in Jackson County, about 13 in Benton County. A good percentage of the county affected by this. And some of them had to wait to have their power restored.
Wow.
As of this morning, though, about everybody has electric service again.
Good.
AEP Ohio, which serves a lot of local customers and all around central and southern Ohio, as of the last time I checked, which was just a few minutes ago, they were reporting in Jackson County, they were reporting 5 customer outages, a total of 5. So, and in Benton County, only 37. So a total of 42 AEP Ohio customers, households, still without power. Everybody should be restored by noon Friday. I think maybe they did a little bit better than they thought down the home stretch.
Good.
All right. Buckeye Rural Electric serves a lot of customers too in both Jackson and Benton counties.
Including me.
They are down to 54 outages in Jackson County and only 4 in Benton County.
Okay, great.
So very, very good news there.
Not great if you're one of the 5 or the 54.
No, but you have a feeling that they've honed in on what they need to still do. So very good news there. I know that the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services has put out a release because one of the things you think about when you're without power for 48 hours. Stuff in the refrigerator.
Right,
you
absolutely.
may not have any place to go.
Yep.
Well, there is a program the Ohio Department of Family Services has. I don't know whether it's new or it's something that's resurfaced because of the situation. You can make a claim through the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services, all the county offices, to get reimbursed for food spoilage.
Oh.
We're going to have that information in Saturday's edition of the Telegram. We'll have it online as well and on Facebook. And so you can see whether you might apply for this. But, if you do, go for it. This was some people could have lost a lot of value there with the things in their refrigerator that
Absolutely.
spoiled.
I know a lot of people, will buy a half of a beef or something like that. And it's like once that stuff thaws out, you're done. So you better either have a barbecue quick or it's going to go to waste, and that would be really sad.
Okay. June 19th, Sunday, June 19th, is Father's Day.
It is Father's Day,
What
correct.
What else is it?
Sunday?
Besides that, guess again.
Juneteenth?
All right, you got it. Juneteenth. I'm not sure how many people know that because it was a holiday, a federal holiday. It was
Yes.
kind of declared in a hurry before,
Very quickly.
right, before June 19th last year, to the
It
point that
snuck up
some of
on
the
us.
governmental offices didn't even have time to set up
Yeah.
closures. Well, this is the second time around. The way it works, it falls on Sunday, which means that it will be observed on Monday officially.
Okay.
Monday, June the 20th. That's why you may see flags out. That's why many of the governmental offices will be closed. We're compiling a list on that. Our good man Jeremiah Shaver, who's behind the camera right now, is compiling that information. But most of the governmental offices, maybe not all, because we're trying to confirm this because it's kind of a new thing. Most of them will be closed on Monday. Their offices will be closed. Things like garbage service and like that may be affected as well. If they're closed, they're probably going to be the next day. But we'll also have that information online on Facebook and in Saturday's edition of the paper. And if you are trying to remember what Juneteenth is about,
Sure.
I've got my list here. I'm going to cheat here. I'm reading it.
That's okay.
That was the date in 1865, June the 19th, that Texas slaves finally were given their freedom. I had not heard, I'm kind of a history buff, but I'd never really heard that date. I've heard others associated with slavery, the Emancipation Proclamation, the 13th Amendment, and all like that. But this one was a new one that kind of surfaced, and it is considered now a red letter date in history, June 19th, 1865. The date that Texas slaves finally gained their freedom. I guess they were a little late in Texas getting that done.
Must have been, yeah. But they were kind of the last ones.
But they did. And, once again, the holiday, a reminder about, the importance of equality and diversity. And
be a good person and be nice.
Right, exactly. So that's, once again, June the 19th, celebrated this year on Monday, June the 20th.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to vacate, and a couple of ladies from Holzer Health System will be here to talk with us.
That's right. Well, Pete, you have a wonderful weekend, and thank you for spending your Friday morning with us.
That is okay. I'm going to go just down the hall and do a little newspaper work now.
Well, that seems like an appropriate thing to do for Pete Wilson.
All right. Well, you have a great weekend, and be sure to wish Big Lou the best of Father's Day. Remember, we are in the Lou Davis studio.
We are in the Lou Davis studio. So.
Right. We probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him.
You're right. Absolutely. All right. And let's go over that official weather forecast while our guest comes on over. And we're going to talk about something really, really cool that has happened at Holzer. And we are so looking forward to hearing about it. But today, once again, the heat continues on, but not as bad as it has been. Strangely enough, 89 looking really good. It's all relative, isn't it, girls? So they're saying that we will have some sunshine and clouds mixed today with highs around 89. Lows, though, of 59 overnight. We're going to go, I don't even know. We'll have our heaters on overnight or something. For tomorrow, though, on Saturday and Sunday, we're going to have some sunshine in the forecast. Highs on Saturday only of 76. Woohoo! And Sunday, for all those Father's Day cookouts or whatever it is you want to do with old dad, highs of 78. And then the good news is getting down to those 50s overnight should hopefully help with cooling down the ground and also some of that other stuff. So, and the poor livestock. Oh my gosh, poor livestock. I feel so bad for them. So, anyway, we're not here to talk about weather. We're here to talk about something really cool going on at Holzer. So welcome.
Thank you.
Of course. And first off, if you would, please introduce yourself. Tell everyone who you are, a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Gail Games. I'm the Vice President of Training and Organizational Development with Holzer. I've been there for just under 5 years now. Our department is responsible for all of the training for the system, leadership development, leadership training, staff training, onboarding new nurses. We do CPR. We do clinical skills, environmental services training. We just finished healthcare camp with high school kids the last 2 days.
That's neat.
Yeah, so we do a little bit of everything.
I was
really.
going to say, you do everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, welcome. We're so
you.
glad to have you here. And So I'd love to hear a little bit about all of the stuff that you do, but you're actually here to introduce a new facility. And to be honest with you, I haven't been down to the Gallipolis campus in quite some time. So I guess I didn't even know that this was a thing. So let's talk about this brand new facility.
Yeah, it is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. So we opened it about a month ago, give or take, 6 weeks ago.
There she is.
Yeah.
Look how pretty.
It's located on the main campus, right beside the hospital in Gallipolis.
Okay.
So if you hit the hospital, you're going to find the building. It's just north of the wound center, just west of the cancer center. So it's situated
It's not
right
that
there.
big. You'll see the big, beautiful building.
You will.
Yes. You won't get
definitely
lost.
will. No, you will not. Plus, it's the shiniest. So
There you go.
yeah. But it houses a very large conference room inside that can be divided to smaller meetings. We also have 2 smaller training areas, spaces. There is a kitchen, which
look at that.
yeah, there are 3 panels that come down, state of the art audio visual. If you use the tables and chairs, if you would want to use the building, and the public is welcome to rent the building, 350 people fit into that main space. If you decided
Well, that's a wedding venue.
Mhm. Mhm.
Good for you.
And if you just wanted to do auditorium with chairs, 500 people.
Holy moly.
Yeah. And it's fantastic for training. It's a trainer's dream.
Sure.
But it also is available for weddings, for receptions. The outdoor space is gorgeous. There's an outdoor fireplace, outdoor seating. Yeah.
And is that
landscaping.
attached to?
It's right outside the back door.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do we have a picture of that, Jeremiah? No? Okay. I thought we did. I'm sorry. My bad.
Visualize a beautiful,
Beautiful patio.
Patio. It's gorgeous. Yes.
That is awesome. And right here in our community. Once
Right.
again, Holzer has done it.
Right. Well, and a lot
That's
of people
great.
think about that we're healthcare, and we are. That is our business. But we also do a lot of training and development, and we're ready to push that out to the community. And the things that we train can easily go across other organizations, other industries. They're easily transferable.
Yeah, absolutely. And now that people are getting back out and about and able to congregate again, places like this are so very important, because honestly, it's really hard to find a place where you can fit a lot of bodies into a one building or one room and still have all of the stuff to do the training and all the technology and all of that.
It's absolutely true.
That's
absolutely
wonderful.
True. It's rare to find both together. You
Yes.
can find the space, but you can't find the audio visual, or you can have the audio visual, but you can only
it's
see
in a
like 20
small-
people or
yes,
something. Yeah.
It's in a much smaller space. So
Right.
good for you. So whose brainchild was this? Like how did this come to be?
So this actually was it was kind of a pile up of an executive vice president who has since retired from the organization, the board of directors chair, Brent Saunders.
Okay.
He had a big hand in it, our CEO, Dr. Michael Kennedy, and then my supervisor, our executive vice president, Lisa Hackworth. And so they really were the ones to design it, to make it happen.
That's so awesome. And how long did it take to build that facility? Because that had to have been a major undertaking.
Oh, gosh. I want to say probably from start to finish, 9 months, give or
Okay.
take. Yeah.
Especially during this pandemic and all that,
Oh,
it's
and-
just,
yeah.
gosh, what a nightmare.
Yeah. At one point, some of the workers got COVID. So, it's just like every other industry, and shortage of supplies. And,
See you in 2 weeks. We'll be back.
Yeah.
No.
We faced the same things everyone else did.
Yeah, I think that this is absolutely, it's a wonderful addition to our community. So thank you for doing that. So what could you visualize this Leadership Institute being used for? Obviously training, but and again, a venue for showers or weddings or things like that where people would congregate. But what are some of the other things that maybe we might not think about that the place could be used for?
Large meetings. It's a great meeting space. Just last month, we had a local business have their annual meeting there. With their shareholders, and
really smart.
Yeah, it went off wonderfully. And like I said, training. So within the Holzer Leadership and Innovation Institute, we've been creating classes for area leaders to come and learn. We're ready to start branching out. And in fact, on July 14th, we have a class, Wellness to Wellbeing, especially coming out of COVID. How am I taking care of myself? We're offering it free of charge for anyone who wants to come, 8 to noon. It's on our website. Just come and see what we have to offer. Come and see what our leadership development program is like.
Love that.
Yeah.
So is there a separate website or anything for this building? Where do people go to get information? And then, of course, Jeremiah could... if he's not going to kill me, put the link there for that.
Yeah, it's HLII.org.
HLII.org.
Mm-hmm.
So you can find out about the building, classes going on there.
Classes going on. You can register on that site. There are more beautiful pictures on that site.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, there's some testimonials on there from past trainings that we've done, not in that building, but through my department. Lots of good stuff. And then as we start doing more events, you'll start seeing some pictures of some of those events too.
What a fun place. And it's just a place that's going to do good.
Yes.
I think that's wonderful.
Most definitely.
Absolutely. So, let's talk for a minute about, I know you kind of glossed over this, but let's talk about the facilities that if you do have a wedding or a big meeting where maybe you need to provide food or, make sure that there's plenty of bathrooms and all of that. So let's talk about, is there a kitchen facility, plenty of bathrooms for people, all of that stuff?
All of that. So
all of it.
All of that.
Yes.
So there are bathrooms, plenty of bathrooms. There is a kitchen. It does not have an oven, so you cannot cook there, but they have warmers. So if you want to bring food in, have it catered, kept warm, there's a full size refrigerator, there's an ice machine, sinks, that sort of thing. So short of cooking, full service.
Okay, very good. So if you do hire a caterer or something of that nature, you would be able to, they can use that facility to work out of.
Yes.
And that's the main thing.
That's the main thing. And it's really nice. There's from the kitchen into the main conference area, there's a very nice pass through. And so it's seamless. And so it is perfect for a big event, a reception, something like that.
Very good.
Yeah.
Love that. Well, so the building is open now, so people can rent it.
Mm-hmm.
And how would they go about doing that? Would they visit the website? Is there a number to call?
The website's probably one of the better ways. Instead of giving you numerous numbers, you can simply contact me and I'll put them in with the right person. I'll connect them with the right person internally.
Okay, so you call Miss Gail and she'll help you out.
Right. The website is a fantastic way, though, to learn more about it, and there's lots of contact information on there.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
So what are some of the things, I know that you talked about trainings or whatever, but what are some of the things, I guess without mentioning maybe names, that you have used the building for so far?
Yeah. So we had a shareholder event from an external company.
Yes.
We did that. We've had board meetings in there, Holzer board meetings. We've had a full leadership meeting, which is a challenge because there are a lot of us. And so we've had leadership meetings in there. We had LeaderCast, which is simulcasted from Georgia. For our leaders.
Which you have all the big screens.
We have all the big
everybody to
screens
see.
for everybody. And just over the last 2 days, we had healthcare camp where we had about 16 high school kids go around to stations to learn about different areas of the hospital. Because when you think about going into healthcare, a lot of people just think RN doctor. Um,
100%.
but there are so many other things that a health system houses that people just don't even consider. And so this is a fantastic opportunity for them to network. What kind of schooling do I need? How much is it going to cost me?
that.
How can I get into healthcare and that sort of thing? It's really exciting. So that was our first live one. We did one virtually during COVID, but
Where was all this stuff when I was growing up?
I didn't have it either. I didn't have it either.
There's so many opportunities out there now, and it just blows my mind, and that's such a good idea for to expose the kids to all of the other facets of healthcare.
Right.
Would you tell, since you are in healthcare and Marla's in healthcare, I mean marketing, but still within the system, would you encourage kids to pursue that career?
Most definitely. I mean, healthcare is a solid industry, right? I mean, we always need healthcare.
Yeah, we always need it.
Right. I was never a nurse, never clinician. I call myself overhead. I've always been overhead. But I've moved around a lot in healthcare too, in different types of positions and lots of different opportunities.
Sure.
So I think anyone who's remotely interested in caring for people, healthcare is a great industry to get into.
It is, and like you said, this is totally off subject, but mention some of the things that the kids got to see. Maybe some of the stations that they got to see. If there's any kids sitting out there today, maybe thinking, "Oh, I never thought about healthcare." What are some of the ones that aren't doctor or nurse that they could get into?
So they got to visit a lab station, phlebotomy, respiratory therapy. We had security. We had occupational medicine. We did have an ambulatory site, so there were some outpatient clinics represented. We did have nursing. We did have a couple physicians, so we had those standards. Let me think. We had the emergency department. Human resources came. There was some information there from provider relations. It's just kind of a hodgepodge. And then, of course, my group was there to run it. So they got to see, one person was interested in education, so they got to see what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is just so amazing. And you know, I guess it was just so good for you to point that out, that healthcare isn't necessarily a doctor or a nurse. It's, you know, there's somebody cleaning the facility. There's somebody cooking. And so
just as important.
With my restaurant background, I think about that and, you know, trying to prepare all those meals and whatever. I mean, so you need culinary people. You need all of that.
And the person cleaning the bed in a highly infectious controlled way.
Let's just talk about that, especially recently.
Very, very important. It's critical. It's critical that the patient is safe. Just as important as the nurse treating the patient and the doctor diagnosing the patient and the person serving the patient their meals. And it's all necessary. And then those of us behind the scenes that are support, we're the ones, I always like to say, that pack the parachute for the people that are jumping every day. And it's all critical.
That's so good to say, because that's exactly what it is. And it is all critical. And, you know, cleaning the restrooms. I mean, it just goes on and on and on.
It does.
It takes a village to do. All right. So I know from experience, if, you know, okay, I have two questions. Number one, can the facility be brought down? So like, you know, say you have a meeting of 10 to 15 people. Is there a way to make it where it's not so big, maybe a little bit more intimate?
Right. So there are a couple options there.
Okay.
The bigger answer is yes. So we have two small rooms that house about 15 to 20 people.
Okay.
Or you can take the big conference room. There's a divider wall that can be put up. And so you could just have half of that.
Okay.
Which would be, you know, maybe 100 people.
Gotcha.
Or you can make it as small as you want. The size is not going to move. That will be still half of the room, but we could set it up for as many as you need.
Right. Absolutely. So you have those opportunities to still use those screens and that kind of thing, but maybe make it a little bit more intimate. So that is a wonderful, wonderful addition that y'all put in there. So as a woman, and a woman that's gone through, you know, the weddings and the showers and the all this baby showers and all of this stuff, is it possible, because I know how picky we women are, is it possible for someone to come and actually tour the venue if it's something that they're considering?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Most definitely.
Because that's
And
important.
It's very important. And the really cool thing is about this building is that should you want to have your wedding there, we'll set you up in kind of the bridal changing area, if you will, in one of those smaller rooms. Through the audio-visual system, because it is so advanced, we can pipe music solely into that room. Whatever music you want, have different music playing somewhere else. It's really cool. And the music can be done outside, can be done inside, can be done throughout the whole facility. It's really neat.
Cool. And yeah, I was just thinking like, a lot of people do slideshows at weddings and things like that. So
Right.
those screens could be
Mhm.
utilized for that.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
That's wonderful. All right. So, let's see. If you want to, so you said the website's the best way to,
Or you can
Hook up.
contact me. I'm ggames@holzer.org.
okay.
My phone number is 740-446-5293.
Okay.
That information is also on the website. So there's numerous ways to get a hold of us.
Okay.
And if you have a question that I can't answer, I will absolutely get you in touch with the person that can.
Okay. And that's the whole point. That's what we were talking with Hannah about yesterday.
Yeah.
It's like the great news is, if one department isn't sure, they work within the entire entity of Holzer to get the questions answered or get you to the right person or whatever. It's just like this whole community. I think that's wonderful.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah.
All right. So is there anything else that we needed to talk about for the building and letting our viewers know what else is going on?
Just keep us in mind. Don't forget about us. And if you
Yeah.
want to try one of our classes, join us for our wellness class on July 14th, free of charge. Come and see what we're about. Come and try out a class and see the building.
Sounds so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a perfect opportunity for you to get to scope out the venue.
Scope it out. That's
you can
exactly
be all
right.
sneaky and scope it out.
That's exactly right.
I love that. No, and again, those tables and chairs that you saw there can be utilized or not,
Right.
depending on what you're wanting.
Exactly. We can move it and arrange it however your needs are. It's not static. It can be moved.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the flexibility is very important, I know, with a venue like that.
Most definitely.
So, and there's air conditioning there, which is great.
Oh, yeah.
In
Mission
today's
critical.
world, that's all we need.
Mission critical.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I tell you, it has been a hoot to say the least. All right, well, before we let you get out of here for the day, what are some of your favorite things about working at Holzer?
There's a lot of flexibility. I feel like what my department does, we have grown leaps and bounds to support the health system.
Yes.
Where we used to use some consultants for some of that, we now use our internal expertise, which I
That's
absolutely
wonderful.
love and embrace. And it's really a strong family atmosphere. I mean, my supervisor's always asking me about my kids and what's going on in my life. And so there's just a great community of we care about you as a person and not just an employee.
That's huge.
Oh, it's
isn't
very
it?
big. Yes.
It's very big.
Huge.
And, I was just part of that, the economic development kind of symposium thing that they had the other day. And the focus was employment and how to, network with employees and all that. And that was kind of my point was too, is you got to just have that 5-minute conversation with them once a week. And like I said, like someone's filling up the mop bucket, you just have a conversation while they're standing there, waiting for it to fill up or whatever. Just, hey, how's it going? And, check in with people. And that's important to them.
It is important. And I can't say enough about how fantastic my team is, my department. We go and do things together. We have outings, our Christmas party. We just find fun things to do. And I think that that's also critical.
It is.
Yeah. It's a great group.
We're all human beings and we just want to survive and have some fun along the way and
belong.
And belong. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. And you get the cute glasses of the week award, by the way.
Thanks.
She has
thanks.
the cutest glasses on.
Thank you. I get that a lot. I love these glasses.
They're awesome.
I love them.
Yeah, you're rocking them. Very
Thanks.
good. All right. Well, thank you so much for spending your morning with us. And we greatly appreciate it. And Marla, will you be coming back to see us anytime soon?
I will. I don't know the dates.
She will be, and she will still not be on the camera, she says. What if we brought ice cream?
I don't know. I'm going to continue getting bigger, and so I better not be on camera.
She's cute.
Oh, yeah, she is.
Marla's, shall we say, a little rounder than she normally is.
She's wonderful.
There's two. There's two in there. Marla.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't get to pick. I mean,
She's growing two babies. That's so
She
exciting.
is. She's definitely
Congratulations.
going to get bigger.
Yeah, you're definitely going to get bigger. And ice cream probably would not be helpful in that situation, but it would be really delicious.
Oh, yeah. She might still want it.
Well, very good. Congratulations on that,
Yeah,
Marla.
congratulations.
I bet that was a shock.
it's fine.
Is that in your family?
Either side.
No twins in your family.
No, it's in the water where we live. There's like 5 sets of twins being born.
She said it's in the water where they live. There's 5 sets of twins being born in the neighborhood. Okay. It really must be in the water.
It must be.
Kind of sounds that way. Well, I want to have you come back though and talk about that. If you, that would be fun, like literally a show about twins. And because I was at working a beer festival last weekend for the brewery, and one of our friends that works for another brewery is having twins. So he came over, and I was asking him all about that. And it's his first, children. And so he was telling me they're fraternal and all of this. But the girl that was working the brewery tent beside us, as we were having the conversation, is a twin. So she whipped out like her phone and was talking about she and her sister. And I mean, they are identical to the point where I'm sitting here talking to this girl and she's showing me pictures and you can't tell which one's which and whatever. So we got in this whole twin conversation. It's really interesting.
Wow.
And did you know there's like a twin festival in Ohio? It's huge, I guess.
I'm going to learn all of this.
Yes, you're going to learn all of this.
Yes, you are.
So you're learning something new every day here. But and they, but she was saying it was almost, what was the word she used? Not uncomfortable, but it was like eerie because you're walking around and there's 2 of everybody. Like she said, it was like
that
almost
would be,
like alien-like.
almost like a horror movie.
Yeah, that's what she said. She said, I never thought anything about it because, my sister and I are twins, but then everybody else is not. And she said, you're walking around this place and there's 2 of everybody. And one of the things is everybody has to dress alike. Like the twins have to dress alike and whatever. So she said it just got really creepy real quick.
Oh, wow. I don't
So
know.
anyway, you'll have to look into that, Marla.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah. So she said her parents were really uncomfortable because they were not twins. So that was weird too. But anyway, so there you go. That's our twin update for the day.
I was just going to say, I looked it up here. It's called Twins Day Festival, and it's in Twinsburg, Ohio.
Twinsburg, Ohio. Thanks.
It's not too far from Cleveland.
Okay, yeah. So it is up north. Yeah.
It's up north. And only 49 days, 6 hours, and 24 minutes until the next festival.
Oh, can you have those twins real quick?
Just a shred.
Next year.
Marla, you could just walk around and be like, I'm here with my twins.
Yeah.
I'll just put twins across.
Yeah. No, thank you for looking that up, Jeremiah. I appreciate it. All right. Well, Ms. Gail, I'll let you get out of here. I know you have to get back to work. And thank you for coming in and spending the morning with us. I know it's a Friday, so I know you're very busy. But this is a beautiful opportunity. Again, the Holzer Leadership and Innovation Institute. There it is. And if you want more information about it, one more time, the website.
HLII.org.
There you go. And I think Jeremiah probably put that in the comments down below. So
Thank
there
you
you
for
go.
having me.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day and have a wonderful weekend.
You too.
Stay cool.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right. So yeah, I think, well, Jeremiah doesn't know this, but he's going to come over and talk to me.
Are we done?
Yes,
Okay.
you're good. You can get out.
Thank
You can go. You may leave.
Thanks.
Marla, you keep us updated on how you're doing.
I will.
Okay. Bless her little heart. Twins in this heat. I can't even imagine what that would be like. So, hi,
Jen.
Jeremiah.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, we're doing okay. Wasn't expecting to be over here this
Surprise!
morning.
You get to do this. This is what happens when James goes on leave for a day.
Yeah, goes on vacation.
Yes.
Going out of town, I guess.
No, but the cool thing is when James typically he's so sweet and he has such a cute little tight knit family. But his sister just had a baby.
Yeah, he has
And-
a niece. New niece.
So
Yep.
James has a new baby niece, and I call her Baby Ruth.
Yes, baby
But
Ruth.
her middle name is Ruth, but named after, of course, her grandmother or great grandmother just passed away. But it's so sweet because Ruth was born a bit early. So she was at the hospital for a really long time.
Yeah,
So
yeah. He
no
was
one
saying
really
she
got
had
to
stay,
see her.
Stay a little longer.
Yeah, she had to
She
stay
had to
a little longer and
finish
finish
baking.
cooking.
Yeah,
Yes.
finish cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but she's doing great. But she's so sweet and precious. So James went to visit with her and get to spend some time with the family. So
Yeah.
of course, well deserved.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
James is always working and always busy doing something behind the scenes.
He works all the time, and he's here for all of us. So I think that he certainly deserves a day to go visit with the fam.
Yep. So, got any plans this weekend?
So yeah, I do.
All right.
Typically I don't, but so now that we don't have the restaurant, we've had the opportunity to attend and been invited to quite a few craft beer festivals and things like that, which is fantastic because we just hadn't had time to do it before. But it's so fun. And so we went to one last weekend. So we have like a month's worth. They're still continuing on. But this weekend, we will be tonight and tomorrow night at Dank House Brewing in Newark. And they're having a ginormous craft beer and reggae festival because Josh that owns Dank House, he and his wife Heather, they're awesome, awesome people. But the cool thing, they're super into reggae, and he gets like crazy reggae, like popular
That's
people
cool.
coming in. So there'll be all kind of fun, popular reggae bands this weekend. Plus, I mean, there's like 1 million breweries coming to this festival, so you can, for one, price, come in, sample lots and lots of beers, listen to the music. And the cool thing about Dank House is they also have like 13 acres. So he has like a disc golf course there.
Oh, wow.
And then he has
kinds of
all this
stuff.
land and trees and stuff where you get picnic tables or you can bring your own chairs or lay out a blanket and just chill out, have some beers, and then just listen to music. He has a big stage outside. So has a food truck. It's really cool.
So when you go to these festivals, do you get to? Are you just enjoying it, or are you taking some of your own product up with you?
Yeah, so definitely take your own product. And so what happens mostly with these, just for legal reasons, is whoever's hosting the festival has to buy the beer from you,
Okay.
but you set up as yourself.
Okay.
And then they distribute like tickets so that you know that these people have paid for the beer. So just for liquor law reasons and stuff like that. But so it'll be just like a bunch of different tents, and our tent is lovely thanks to our friends at Zip Printing.
Nice.
It is awesome. If you want to see it, it's on the website there. And they did the girls did a fantastic job designing it, and it's really, really nice. So if you need any kind of personalized tent,
Check out the girls back
check out
in
the
Zip.
girls back there. They'll take great care of you.
They do.
But yeah, so you'll just see like brewery tents after brewery tents, and then people can come up, and then you typically get like a smaller glass, like a sampling glass.
Okay.
And then, so you'll just pour, whatever, like just samples
Samples
of
of
different
different ones.
Yeah. And
That's cool. I've never been to anything like that. Which I don't do a whole lot of drinking. Which I have high cholesterol, so you're not supposed to
Heard.
have a whole lot of alcohol, and so I tend to shy away from drinking a whole lot. So
That's totally okay. And
brings those levels up where
a little bit, yeah.
that's one of the things they told me to. Well, not that I was going on binges or anything, but that's one of the things they said. You can cut out this, cut out red meat, etc.
Yeah.
But anyhow.
Cutting out the drinking's a whole other thing. But yeah, so, and they also, the cool thing about this, if you want to just come, if you don't drink, you want to just come and listen to the music, they have a ticket for that too.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you can just come and do that. So that's what we're doing all weekend.
Well, that'll be fun.
We'll be back Sunday night.
Yeah, get away.
Gonna miss Father's Day, but
at least get away for the weekend.
we'll take the dads out next week.
There you go. That's good.
But yeah, so that's kind of what we have in store. And then we have another one coming up in a week or so at Easton. So it just goes on and on. And we'll have like Pawpaw Fest and all that fun stuff. So.
That's not too far away.
No, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Between here and Athens. Yep.
That's one of the most fun festivals ever I've ever been to.
I've never been. And I've never had a pawpaw. I've never had the fruit.
It tastes like
it's very interesting looking.
We should have the guy from Integration Acres come on the show and talk. He's like the world's biggest pawpaw producer.
Uh-huh.
You don't produce your own pawpaws, trust me when I tell you, or process, because they're basically this ugly green oval thing.
Fruit. Yeah, I've seen pictures.
They are
Never seen it in person though.
So the actual like meat of the pawpaw tastes basically like a banana and a really light banana mango flavor.
Okay.
But there's like the pawpaw's this big and 95% of it is seeds, and then processing it is a nightmare. So this guy over in the Athens area actually has a processing plant for pawpaws, and so he provides us with the pawpaw pulp for doing the beers for the Pawpaw Festival every year. So yeah, he does a lot of that. And then if you need pawpaw, it's pretty cool because we have it right here in our area.
That's
and you
cool.
can just see them growing along the road too.
I've never really paid attention. I guess I'll have to look up in the tree.
They're so ugly, only their mother would love them. But they taste pretty good.
Yeah.
So
this weekend, I'm not getting into a whole lot of anything
that know of.
That I know of.
Hey,
it
I'm
is
just
Father's
happy
Day weekend.
I'm just happy we made it through a Friday where you haven't had to be out on the scene of something.
Yes, no, nothing
so far.
Yeah, so far nothing. This morning, Pete's had me working on that list, and I'm trying to get everything wrapped up. I'm on vacation next week.
Okay.
Yeah, much needed vacation. I'll be off for a week. Family and I are going. I've never been. We're going to Great Wolf Lodge.
Oh, fun!
The water park down near Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Taking the little one. He's a bit of a water baby. He likes being in the pool and stuff, so he should really enjoy this water park.
He'll love that.
So we're going down there and checking out it in the area, and that'll be a vacation. May go to the zoo if it's not too hot next week.
Yeah.
We've taken him once, but he was still little, so he probably didn't know a whole lot.
Now he's older.
But now he's older and he's more aware and he's like into everything. And so may take a trip to the Columbus Zoo and check that out again up there.
That would be fantastic.
But I'm excited to just have a week away.
Yeah. Yeah,
You guys, busy.
Especially with the news, like the rest of us get spoiled when we have our, routine jobs that we have to do, but you news guys and girls are out and about all hours of the night.
Yes,
you never know if something crazy happens, you get called out. So yeah, I could see where you definitely could use a break.
Yeah. So we'll probably this weekend just be getting the house in order and getting bags packed, and I still need to finish mowing. I went out yesterday and finally mowed. I used the rider. I didn't push anything yesterday because it was so hot.
Oh gosh, yes.
But I got out and did part of the yard with it, and the rest of it I gotta push mow and weed eat because I can't get to it with the rider. So
you are taking your allergy medicine again, right?
Yes, I'm still actually on an antibiotic. Today's my last day of my antibiotic. But I don't know if they told you. I ended up going to the urgent care on a Wednesday. I think it was last week or the week before last.
Good grief.
And I had an infected ear. And that's what was causing me all my problems. It wasn't
We thought it was
necessarily
allergies.
I thought it was the pollen. But
Yeah.
I'm sure that probably didn't help matters.
Probably
but
not.
They said I had an affected ear, and this one had fluid in it, and they said that was just causing all the problems. That's why I was a hot mess that couple days. Yeah. So
Yeah, he looked rough.
I did. I felt rough too. I ended up taking, I think it was Wednesday last week off.
Yeah.
And I went to the urgent care, and they saw me and got me prescriptions. They gave me something I'd never had before. I don't know if you've ever had this, but it was called Magic Swizzle. You ever had that?
What?
Magic Swizzle.
What is that?
Yeah, so that's what I said when the lady said, I'm going to give you, so the night
Is
before.
she making that up?
No, that's what she called it, Magic Swizzle. And so the night before I went, like I told Kara, I said, my wife, I said, if I don't feel better in the morning when I get up, I'm going to go to the urgent care. Well, all night, I didn't hardly sleep. I was clearing my throat constantly.
Yeah.
So that lady's like, well, I'm going to give you some Magic Swizzle. And what it was, it's like kind of a thick, bubblegummy, like mouthwash is what it is. And you like swish it around, and then you kind of hold it in the back of your throat, and it like numbs your mouth and throat. And I guess you can do it at any time, but I did it before bed.
Oh.
And it helps, so you're not, constantly clearing your throat.
Yeah.
But like me,
Never heard of that.
me being an idiot, did that before I took my antibiotic pill, which is the size of a horse pill. And so here I am with a numb tongue and lips and throat trying to take this. Trying to take this horse pill, and I ended up choking on it the first attempt. But the second attempt, I got it down. But yeah,
Wrong order there, Jeremiah.
yeah. Well, I forgot
Stick
to
to
take
the news
it.
and not medicine.
Yeah, I know. No. But that was interesting. I never had it, but it's got a bunch of different stuff in it. But it's just kind of like a real thick liquid, kind of
Interesting.
bubblegum flavored. It just
See, you
I
learn
don't
something
know.
new every day. Ask for
Yeah.
Magic Swizzle if you
Yeah.
ever.
on the label it says magic mouthwash, and it lists like 3 different things in it. There's like lidocaine in it and some other stuff to numb your mouth.
Don't drink it. It's bad.
Yeah, no,
You don't want to
no,
drink
you just swish it and spit it out.
it.
So.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm feeling much better now. I'm back on the mend.
Good.
And, I feel more like myself.
Because we don't want you looking rough like you were the other day.
Yeah, I was feeling bad.
Like we're like, no offense, you look like crap.
I did. Yeah, I was looking rough. It was because I wasn't sleeping well.
Yeah.
Wasn't sleeping good. But I don't know. I don't know what it is. I might have to go see like an ear, throat, and nose doctor or something.
Yeah.
Because I've never had trouble with my ears before.
I know, same.
It's weird. Like growing up, I don't remember like having ear infections or
Yeah,
anything.
like all the kids got tubes in their ears and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
And as an adult, like especially the last couple of years, like it seems like I'll get an ear infection. I don't know if it's the Jackson water doing it or what.
I don't know, but Marla's water evidently makes you have twins.
Yeah,
So,
that's-
whatever.
That's funny. Yeah, that twin festival's in August. So it's coming up.
It is coming up. How
So,
fun.
Yeah, but we can go over some new stuff. If you
Yeah,
want.
that's what I was going
There
to
was
ask you.
a
Is there
few-
anything that you're working on?
Yeah, there's
or
a few
that
things I could
has
touch
happened?
on.
Yeah.
So it's not as hot today as it's been the last couple of days. So a lot of out of the county, a lot of the area that really got hit hard was down Oak Hills way.
Yes.
So down that way, they ended up opening a cooling shelter for folks without power to come in and cool off
Oh, that's
at the
great.
Madison Jefferson Bingo Hall.
Okay.
They did this on, I think it was Wednesday. They opened it, and it was open from 11 to 8 that day, and they had about 10 people come in and utilize it. And AEP of Ohio actually donated like 10 cases of water for those folks. And,
Wonderful.
since they had the response, they ended up opening it a second day yesterday. It was
Okay.
open from 11 to 8. But Rob Chekleski, he's the director for the Jackson County Emergency Management Agency. He messaged me this morning and said that they didn't have anybody yesterday show up at the bingo hall, and that it's closed today. And he was saying that most of the people down that way have their power restored, or supposed to have their power restored by the end of today.
Okay.
Was kind of the time frame that he was given. or that's what he was told anyway.
Awesome.
So that was that. I thought that was really nice for the folks to come in and get out of the heat, because Wednesday and Thursday it was hot out there.
It was rough, and
It just hit you in the face.
oh gosh,
when you
I mean,
walked
it's
outside,
like it was like a wall.
yeah, it was bad. From those storms that happened on Monday, I was outside. I walked out back when that storm was coming in Monday, just to watch it come in. You could see this big old shelf cloud just above the house, just coming in, and then all of a sudden I heard you could hear the wind just
coming.
And
the trees like all of a sudden just go this way.
Yeah, and I was like, oh shoot,
what is happening?
And I ran inside
so fast.
So I ran inside real quick, and you could just see like limbs coming down out of the trees and everything.
It was so fast.
That storm Monday was something else.
Yeah.
Something I could note. I found out that the Oak Hill School Board, their June meeting has changed again.
Oh, okay. Because I know that we had reported that they changed it.
Well, I found out yesterday that they've changed it again. Normally, they meet the third Wednesday of the month, so they were supposed to meet the 15th.
Okay.
During last month's meeting, they had rescheduled it, and it was supposed to be the 22nd, so next week.
Okay.
I found out yesterday it's been postponed again, and is now rescheduled for the 29th of June. Same place, same time. They always meet at 5:30, and the Oak Hill High School. Yeah, another week. I don't know if like a lot of people's like on vacation.
Probably
it's that month. I mean,
it is. Everybody leaves town.
Everybody's leaving town, which I always take. I've always have for the longest time. Always taken vacation in June, because it's after graduation and prom, and the Festival of Flags and Turkey Festival. And then, it's before the fairs. So you kind of get a little reprieve and catch your breath and everything. But I would like to note that they have changed that to June 29th, same place, same time. I'll be there. I'll be back from vacation by then. So I'll be there to cover. There's a lot of stuff going on down that way. I know the union came out last month and kind of spoke a little bit of their piece about some stuff going on down there regarding contracts and stuff
and coaching and some of that stuff. Yeah.
And so they've been down there, and I know at the last meeting, one of the things, and I excuse me, I touched on. It's like I got Tourette's here. I touched on this in my on the agenda for Oak Hill School Board. One of the things that they ended up not voting on during the May meeting was a contract renewal for the superintendent, Dr. Marcy Shepard.
Okay.
They ended up tabling that for further negotiations. So that's something we'll be watching to see what happens with. Yeah, she on there they had her for, it was a 5-year contract, and I think she started in 2020. Like March. Oh, well, I think it was before March. February 2020, before all the COVID stuff happened.
Okay.
So that's something we'll be watching down there to see what happens with that.
Gotcha.
Let's see what else we have here. We got the High State Highway Patrol, the Jackson Post, will be hosting an open house at its facility on Friday, June 24th. So that's coming up next week.
We have that, and we have some information about it, and we will be letting you know about that. And I talked with James yesterday, and there is a chance that we may
get one of those guys in again.
Yeah, or head out to the open house and maybe,
check it out.
Yeah, walk around and see what they have going on.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Says it's 12 to 5.
Yes,
that day, but
12 to 5, our Jackson Post open house, and that's on Chillicothe Pike here in Jackson, if you don't know. The old Chillicothe Pike,
Yep. So that's coming up next week.
It's exciting.
All kinds of different stuff going on in the community. I'm looking here to see if there was anything else that I had in here that I could touch on. I know we touched on the storms from earlier in the week. Pete was in and talked about the electric. This storm kind of they were talking. Ooh. They were talking I watched the nightly news, and some of the local meteorologists were talking about, they used that word derecho.
Yes.
And the last one I remember was in 2012, and it was actually into June 2012.
I was gonna say it was July 4th ish, because I remember the festival down in Gallipolis. That's when we had courtside, and I think they ended up canceling it because no one had any power for weeks.
Yeah, it was a long time. But that one in 2012 they defined as a super derecho.
It
But
was.
a lot of people were saying this one, meteorologist wise, they kept using the word derecho because of how big it was and how far it traveled and its length and the winds and
And what I would say about the one that happened in 2012 that happened the other day is I feel like, if it's going to snow, if it's even going to spit snow, everyone's talking about it, right? And I feel like with these storms, I don't know if they just don't know they're going to happen or what, because you just don't hear anything about it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the next thing you know is here it comes. Like I can, like the same as you're watching this cloud come and you're like, okay, my trees are now all bent over sideways. What is happening right now?
Right.
And it just happens just like that.
Yeah. They it just kind of depends on the weather, and it was kind of funny because in 2012 we had all that heat leading up to the storm.
Yes.
And then we had the heat after. I remember you couldn't find a bag of ice anywhere.
Yes, it was horrible.
And,
People didn't have power for 2 weeks. And
it was bad. I remember
rough.
I didn't have it I lived in Guy County at the time. I didn't have it for like 7 days.
Oh gosh.
Or something. It might have been longer than that. And I remember my dad had like a pallet and he spray painted on it, no electric, and set it out on the side of the hill just to let the electric people know, hey, there's no electric out this way.
Yeah,
But that was something.
it was scary, and I will give Buckeye Rural credit for that one. We didn't even have a power glitch at our house during that whole thing, and then our neighbors were out for
This time?
last time.
Did you lose power this time?
Yes, for
Okay.
6 hours, maybe something
Okay.
like that.
We never
wasn't
did.
bad at all. It came in the middle of the night. Came back when we were sleeping.
Okay. We never did lose power. I was
Okay.
very surprised. It didn't even flicker that
Yeah.
I noticed.
So that's how we were the first one. But then our next door neighbors who have because half of Standpipe is AAP, half is
Mhm.
Buckeye Rural. So the AAP end of Standpipe was dark for, I think it was 8 or 9 days. So it was so weird that there we were, didn't have a flicker, and they were out for all that time. So
Right.
please be neighborly and
check
do the right
check on the
things.
folks.
Yeah.
I know yesterday I posted a weather alert about the National Weather Service had issued a severe thunderstorm watch for Jackson and Benton counties yesterday, and everybody started panicking.
I know. It's because
because
scary.
they thought that it was going to happen again.
Yeah.
And I had to remind people, a watch means severe weather is possible, but
Right.
it doesn't mean that it could happen. It just means that the conditions are favorable
Right.
for a storm to happen. Now if you ever put out, a warning, like a severe thunderstorm warning, that means severe weather is happening in the area.
Yes.
So, before that storm hit the other day, we had the watch, and then we had a warning. It was maybe 30 minutes beforehand or so.
It wasn't a very big warning.
Well, yeah, it wasn't very long.
It wasn't
beforehand.
enough.
Right. So last night, I did cover something. I went out to Rowdy's Smokehouse
Yeah.
last night, and the guys from the local Mason Lodge was over there.
Okay.
And they invited me out. They gave out their first scholarship.
That's exciting.
Yeah, and they gave it to, it was Drew Bragg,
Okay.
Jackson High School graduate,
Mhm.
class 2022, and he got a $1,000 scholarship
Wow.
from them. I got to take a photo of those guys presenting the check to Bragg, and his
Good.
family was there, and the guys were there, and they kind of had a little dinner. They invited me, but I didn't stay. Wife was cooking, so I went, got my picture, and left. But it smelled good. Rowdy's always smells good.
Yes, it does.
But they plan to do the scholarship again next school year, and they plan to continue it. And next year, their plans, somehow he was saying the paperwork got messed up, and but next year the paperwork, I guess the way it was worded, like for the scholarship, it was worded for like $1,000, but they wanted to do like 500 and 500 for like a
Okay.
male and a female. So next year they'll do like a guy and a girl 500 and
So
500.
two different
Yeah.
scholarships.
So be watching, if you're upcoming senior, be watching for the Mason Lodge putting out.
Yep, and apply
information.
for all of it.
Yes,
Like,
that's what
literally
the
apply for
kid,
all of it.
the Brad Gig. I spoke to him. I think he said he was going to Mount Vernon,
Mhm.
and he was very thankful for the scholarship. He's like, any money you can get helps.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
That'll buy you like 2 books now.
Yeah,
Or a gallon of gas.
Right.
But no, speaking of, and then we are out of time. Believe it or not, you and I talked our way through this.
We talked our way through it. How about that?
But I had to run to Columbus yesterday on gas. So it's so strange to me how this happens. Gas here was $5.09
Okay.
because the girls from Holzer, we were talking about it.
Mhm.
$5.09. And when I was coming, I was in a hurry to get to Columbus, so I didn't have time to stop to get gas. But on my way back, I had to stop and get gas. And I stopped in South Bloomfield,
Okay.
and it was $4.85.
Really? $4.85 outside
I'm
of
like, that's
Columbus?
a 30-cent swing, right? Am I crazy?
Yeah. I mean,
20.
that's
yeah.
a big difference.
That's a 30-cent swing.
Well, hopefully, maybe we'll
I mean, it
see
still
a
cost
little.
me $100 to fill my car
Right.
up, but
Right. Maybe we'll see a little bit of a. Well, I was gonna say we're coming into this holiday weekend, and
we'll see.
we'll see. I'd like to see a little bit of a reprieve, but like you said,
That'd be
it's
great.
expensive. I know last
Yes.
time I have a little 2-door Honda
Uh-huh.
Civics, what I have, and I mean it's still. Last time I filled up, it almost cost me $50.
Yeah.
To fill it up.
Yeah.
And I mean, my wife's got an SUV, and I think I put $55 or close to $60 to fill it up.
Yep.
So hopefully
rough.
hopefully we'll see some reprieve soon.
Hopefully. But Yep.
Anyhow, it was
well, it's always fun talking
happy
to
Friday.
you.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
had to come over and fill some space. Hope James is having a good day off,
Yes.
and I'll let you have the honors.
Okay.
And I'll run over here and push the
Okay,
buttons.
he'll run over and push all the buttons. So, no, thank you everyone for tuning in. Again, please, please, please check on your friends, your family, your neighbors. If they don't have power or they don't have air conditioning, please, invite them over, give them a little bit of help, and they would greatly appreciate it. Check on your animals as well. Don't forget that. All right. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody, and we'll see you right back here on Monday.